Hello and welcome to MLC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Morno Balagbogo. First, the headlines. Federal government to take over EBONYI Medical Science VARSITY, says Buhari. KOGI State Executive Council has approved the recruitment of teachers into primary and secondary schools in the state. My presidency to guarantee national stability, Osibanjo. And in sports, Rangers beat LEIPZIG, set up Europa League final against EINTRACHT Frankfurt. And now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari has said the King David University of Medical Sciences in Ebonyi State will be taken over by the federal government. Buhari said this on Thursday when he visited Ebonyi State for the inauguration of some projects by Governor David Umahi. Appreciating Umahi for the reception, Buhari acknowledged the economic and infrastructural development he witnessed in the state. He said, "I have noted the significant projects executed by Your Excellency in the last 7 years. You have done your people proud. I am pleased by the economic development records of the state under your administration, the wonderful network of roads, critical infrastructure, and investment opportunity that you have created in the state. It shows zero tolerance for corruption and waste of public funds." Some of the projects inaugurated by President include the King David University of Medical Sciences Twin Flyover, 12 km dualized federal road constructed with concrete from Uburu to Umpu, the King David University School building and the teaching hospital, the St. Margaret Umahi International Market, and the President Muhammadu Buhari Presidential Lodge at the new government house, Ochudo Cemetery City in Abakaliki. KOGI State Executive Council has approved the recruitment of teachers into primary and secondary schools in the state. Commissioner of Education, Science and Technology Wemi Jones said this while briefing newsmen at the end of the council meeting at the government house in Lokoja. Jones explained that the recruitment was aimed at bridging the existing manpower gaps in schools across the state, even as infrastructural development continues. The commissioner, who said the recruitment process will commence soon, pointed out the opportunities open to retired teachers with passion in the field. He added that the welfare of teachers will be given priority as their salaries will be paid 100% along with other benefits. Similarly, the State Executive Council has approved the release of over 713 million naira for the expansion and reticulation of the Okene Waterworks. While briefing newsmen, the Chief Press Secretary Onogu Muhammad said the project, which has already commenced, is very important to the people of the Central Senatorial District who have suffered from the lack of potable water for years. Borno State Governor Professor Babagana Umara Zulum has approved the dissolution of the Borno State Executive Council. The dissolution, which is with immediate effect, was contained in a statement signed by the Permanent Secretary, Administration and General Services, Danjuma Ali, on behalf of the Secretary to the State Government, and made available to journalists by the Governor's spokespersons from the press unit of the Government House in Maiduguri. The members were directed to hand over affairs to permanent secretaries in their ministries. The statement explained that the dissolution is to create an enabling environment for interested members of the EXCO to legally participate in the forthcoming primaries and the Congress of the All Progressive Congress APC. Zulum, according to the statement, expressed deepest appreciation to members of the Executive Council for unquantifiable contributions while they held offices and wishes them the best of luck in their future endeavors. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control has said 22 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory have reported 751 confirmed cases of Lassa fever in 2022. This number, according to the center, is apart from the 4,272 suspected cases reported so far in the country. The center also noted that 140 deaths had been reported so far. Nigeria has continued to witness an increase in the number of Lassa fever cases amidst a decline in COVID-19 cases. The NCDC appealed to health workers to maintain a high index of suspicion for the disease, be vigilant and look out for the symptoms of Lassa fever. Not all fevers are malaria. Since the last outbreak of the disease in 2016, the NCDC noted that there had been an increase in the number of recurring cases. In 2019, the center noted a total of 796 cases were reported, while in 2020, a total of 1,165 cases were confirmed during the height of the pandemic. The center said it confirmed a total of 4,632 suspected cases in 2021. In the latest situation report made available to journalists, the NCDC stated, cumulatively from week 1 to week 16 in 2022, 140 deaths have been reported with a case fatality of 18.6%. No fewer than 750 computer-based test centers have been prepared for the Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board's 2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination and Direct Entry Examinations billed to commence on Friday. The Punch had earlier reported that no fewer than 1.6 million candidates registered for the 2022 UTME-D examinations. According to the Registrar JAM, Professor Ishak Oloyede, during a virtual meeting with members of examination committees, a total of 750 centers had been made available. Oloyede, who was quoted in the weekly magazine of the board made available to journalists in Abuja on Thursday, also acknowledged the committee's support towards the board. The board in the bulletin also noted that it will be conducting 4 examination sessions instead of its traditional 3 sessions in some centers across the country. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Osun State Command, has said 100 personnel will be deployed for the examinations in the state. This was contained in a statement by the command's public relations officer, Olabisi Atanda, in Osogbo on Thursday. The command also reiterated its commitment to the prevention of any act that could jeopardize the successful conduct of the examinations across the state. We're now going on a short break. We'll be right back. Please do stay with us. Thanks for joining us once again, and now to stories in politics.
Every country has its peculiar system of government. In Nigeria, we practice democracy, and this is applicable in some countries across the globe, including the United States of America. What is democracy? It is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. In the political arena, we are ready to x-ray how we play politics in Nigeria and other countries, the challenge of power shift syndrome, how it has impacted or affected the people. How can we make it better for all? Join Fatima Yacob on Mlc TV online every Saturday by 9 p.m. to discuss and to examine all about the politics and the power that be.
Mr. President, I was once there as an opposition senator. There was never a time that we called the president at that time, who was a PDP president, an insult, because this is our institution. And if we don't conduct ourselves with dignity and respect, nobody will respect us.
The heads of security in Nigeria made several different explanations for killings of our citizens.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby forward for the confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the underlisted nominees as National Commissioners and Resident Electoral Commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
To watch or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, like our Facebook page, MLC TV, and follow us on our Instagram, MLC TV 2021. We are here to inform, educate, and to criticize constructively. Don't miss it.
EYB. Governor Yaya Bello, a man of many parts. GYB, a great tenacious leader.
You are a leader, a natural leader, a governor of a state, and the state has been very peaceful thanks to your efforts, thanks to your tenacity. Whenever you blow that trumpet, the whole country must hear you. Because the demography of this country supports you so greatly.
The pride of the nation.
You've been a pride to the youth of this country. You've been a pride to our party, the APC.
I want to say that His Excellency the Governor is the shield of the APC in Nigeria and beyond. And if you don't mind, I would prefer to call him Sarkin Yakin APC in Nigeria.
A political strategist.
There are only two people in the APC that give me headache. I'm worried about Governor Yahaya Bello because of some of the footprints I see him doing, and he's young, he can connect to the right audience. I've seen that of all of them, he's the only one who has been consistently taking steps to try to cut people.
Governor Yahaya Bello, a trailblazer.
Let the other governors go to KOGI and study. They have a Northern Governors Forum. Yeah, they do. Let them meet and ask themselves, how has this young man, who happens to be about the youngest of the governors running the second term, how has he succeeded? That is what they are not doing.
Unity and peace advocate.
They have succeeded in uniting the people the more. Nobody's talking about whether you are from the west or central or the east, So everybody today could lay claim to the state as our state because you have sense of belonging. Your people they are not marginalized. Any part of the state is oppressed.
He is our hero.
It's only Governor Yahaya Bello that I know that has given so much position to women. He has given us that opportunity. Please, let's not be selfish with that position.
GYB, trustworthy leader.
Anybody who is playing politics with the civil servants of Kogi State today should be careful. They should not use us to play politics. They should engage us and discuss with us frankly and what they really have on hand to offer Kogi workers. Let us see different from their own.
Leadership with inclusion.
All the other governors in Nigeria, please emulate a governor like Yahaya Bello. Don't give us only SA and PAs and all that in disabilities. Appoint us into other respective offices where we can work and show you that we have capacity to deliver.
A polypath and pace setter.
He has an eagle eye to discover potentials in human beings. He discovered me, unveiled me to the world, and I'm where I am today.
Governor Yahaya Bello, prudent and accountable.
Rating of the state has been very, very high in terms of accountability. When the SIFTAS results that was undertaken by World Bank came out in 2017, Kogi State came second. And 2018, Kogi State came first. And then 2019, we also repeated the first position.
Inclusive leadership.
I most appreciate the contribution of the vibrant young governor of Kogi State, who detests crime and have always been rendering helping hands to nip crime not only in his state, but across the country at large. I doff my hat for Governor Yahaya Bello, the support the special forces have been receiving from him. If all governors could emulate, in terms of providing strategic information, I think the peace we have been yearning for will soon be close to us.
Arawani, Yahaya Bello, Arawani, Babanye, Arawani, Kelajo Malugba, Kelajo Malugba,
This is who Governor Yahaya Bello is. This message is brought to you by friends of GYB.
Vice President Yemi Osibanjo visited Calabar, the Cross River State capital, to seek the support of delegates ahead of the presidential primary of the All Progressive Congress. Speaking at an event he had with traditional rulers in the state, he solicited their support to actualize his presidential ambition. He said the wealth of experience he had gained in the last 7 years when he began working with the president, will be brought to bear if he is privileged to lead the nation in 2023. Osibanjo, who spoke with the monarchs before having an audience with the party delegates, said on April 11, 2022, I formally declared my intention to run for the president of Nigeria after serving for 7 years in the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. In his welcome remarks, the chairman of Cross River State Traditional Rulers Council, Dr. Etinyi Edet, lauded Osibanjo for having the courage for the presidential seat. He said, God cannot destroy what he has ordained. You are like Mount Zion that cannot be removed. Let me tell you that the people you see here are invisible delegates. A statement on Wednesday by the State Publicity Secretary of the APC, Doifi Bokurobo, indicated that Osibanjo would meet with the party delegates at 11 a.m. on Thursday, but it was shifted to 3 p.m. because he had to visit Cross River State before Bayelsa. The meeting was scheduled for the Golden Tulip Hotel at the Government House in Yenogwa, the state capital, at 3 p.m. However, journalists who arrived at the hotel's gate by 2:15 p.m. before the commencement of the meeting were denied entry by operatives of the Department of State Services and the Nigerian Police mounting security at the gate. They claimed they were acting on orders from above, citing a change in an earlier plan that accommodated journalists to cover Osibanjo's interaction with the APC delegates. One of the DSS personnel who held in his hand supposed lists of delegates and others to be granted access to the venue asked the journalists to go back upon identifying themselves. And now to news in the foreign scene. Fiji authorities have seized and sanctioned Russian oligarch Suleiman Kemov's $300 million yacht in line with a U.S. warrant. The U.S. Justice Department says the 348-foot, 106-meter Amadeus was berthed in Lautoka, Fiji in the South Pacific when the island state's law enforcement took control of it. The U.S. Justice Department had requested the vessel, which sailed to Fiji in mid-April, be held for violating sanctions and for alleged ties to corruption, and has a helipad, pool, jacuzzi and winter garden on the sun deck, according to the tracking website superyachtfan.com. Kerimov is among a group of Russian oligarchs who profit from the Russian government through corruption and its malign activity around the globe, including the occupation of Crimea, it said. The United States has imposed sanctions on Russian oligarchs close to President Vladimir Putin to punish Moscow for its invasion of Ukraine. Kerimov, who has made a fortune as part owner of major Russian energy and financial companies, including the Gazprom and Bank, is also an official of the Russian government and a member of the Russian Federation Council, it said. Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco said the department had its eyes on every yacht purchased with dirty money. An application by a company registered as the owner of the Amadeus Marine Investment for an interim stay of execution of the court order approving the seizure pending an appeal was denied by Friday by the Fiji High Court. Fiji News Media reported the super yacht is expected to be moved to the United States within days. And now to sports news, we now join Jonah Malik for the sports update.
And on sports updates, Rangers produced one of their best European performances to beat RB Leipzig 3-1 on Thursday night to reach the Europa League final 3-1 aggregate. James Taverina and Glenn Kamara turned the tie around inside the first 24 minutes at an emotionally charged Ibrox as player and fans united to pay tribute to long-serving Kidsman Jamie Bell, who died on Tuesday. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst's men will face Frankfurt in the final in Sevilla on May 18th in just their second European final in 50 years. The Scottish champions lost to Zenit St. Petersburg in the UEFA Cup final in 2008, but have had to start again from the fourth tier following a financial collapse in 2012. Tammy Abraham fired AS Roma into the inaugural final of the Europa Conference League on Thursday night with the only goal in a 1-0 win over Leicester City, which puts the Italian side through 2-1 on aggregate. Abraham smashed home a powerful header in the 11th minute at a bouncing Stadio Olimpico in Rome to put Jose Mourinho's team into their first European final in more than 3 decades, the first of the new competition. The Awaits Feyenoord in Albanian capital Tirana on May 25th after the Dutch side prevailed 3-2 in the other semi-final, and they will be backed by an army of supporters who got behind their team in stirring fashion. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah. Back to our casters for more story.
Thank you, Jonas, for the update. And that is the size of our package today. Join us next week at the same time to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachite TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram at MLC TV 2021, Twitter at MLC TV 1. For your event coverage, information, contribution, advert and sponsorship, please do call the numbers displayed on your screen. Do join us on Friday and Saturday to watch our special programs. Friday 9 p.m. Local Government and You, Saturday 7 p.m. Family Affairs, 9 p.m. Political Arena, and Women's World by 6 p.m. It's Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Morno Balagbubu. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Once again, thanks for watching.